There you go.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Pretty fish. Look at, I mean, look at the spots on it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Real nice. Beautiful fish.
That's happy.
Well, we're out here today. We're throwing a special bait called the Trout Call from Reel Tees. It's a special guest today. We got Clay Barker, the inventor of Reel Tees, on the boat with us today. And I tried the bait up in Estero Bay a little while ago, just kind of messing around with it, some prototypes. Well, he's here today. I'm with Captain Ron and Clay, and we're out today targeting these big trout. Ron said he'd been on some really good fish. As you've seen, we just got started, and these are definitely a scale above what I caught there in Estero Bay. The Trout Call is an amazing lure, and this thing actually is a sound chamber, like I've told you before. And it's really deadly. We put a couple feet of fluorocarbon with a Bass Assassin jig head and a 4-inch sea shad, and that's it, man. You just go at this thing. Ron's got a bunch of grass flats out here all through the area. You can almost see the dark bands in the flat here. And those trout are laying in those dark areas. And man, there's some nice ones, real nice ones. I'm glad I came down here, Ron. Get some beauties.
We got some broken up stuff out here where we should start getting into something that's broken up stuff.
Yeah, I can see that. Looks nice.
This could be Mr. Troutski. I feel some head shake. Could be Spanny. It could be the... I got a head shake. See all that bait out there? Look at all that bait moving out there.
Yeah.
There he is.
That's a good trout.
Throwing that bait out there.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Another good one.
Miniature salmon.
That's another one over 20.
Miniature salmon. It's all about a salmon. Look at him. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. There's some meat. There's
Look at
some
that
carving.
one. That's a nice one, Ron.
There's some carving. Gotta take care of them.
Ooh, that's a pretty one. That is nice.
Look at him. You gotta bear hug him.
That's a great one, Ron.
Now he's on too.
Ooh, I got a nice one here too.
Probably have to put the power poles down and fan cast in here. But let me let him go. Live another day.
Nice one. That's a beauty, Ron. I don't think mine's quite that big, but I'll take it. Uh-oh.
All right.
Triple up.
Put the
Clay's
power
on
pole
back
down.
there, buddy.
There's a trout. See how the water's a little murked up too?
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you about the little murkier water?
Here's another one for the grill. Take back to camp for dinner. Pretty fish. That's the smallest one we've caught all day, believe it or not. About a 16-incher.
There you go. Another nice fish.
Another nice one.
Now this is worth trout fishing. Me, I'm not about the 14 inchers. Putting them on the measuring board, you know what I mean? Does he measure? Does he measure? You definitely know once you get your limit with these.
The only thing you got to know about measuring them is that they're over 20.
Yeah, man.
Pretty fish. Look at, I mean, look at the spots on them.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I put the power poles down. I mean, once you find them, this is what you want.
Yeah.
But let's let them live another day.
Every cast. Well, guys, that was a fun day. Ron, those were some good trout. The old Trout Call was busting them up, but those were some big dudes.
Well, I can tell you what, obviously today we're trying to fish quality fish. We weren't interested in catching a bunch of small trout. Anybody can just about go do that.
Sure.
But the object of today was getting in some open areas here in the wintertime, fishing grass flats where they're not piled up in certain spots, but with these castable teasers, you are drawing these fish to you. So the object is have patience, drift these flats, use these castable teasers. You'll start drawing in some quality fish. And like I said, I couldn't expect a better day for 3 guys to go out, have a great time, have some laughs, but strictly catch quality trout.
Well, that was, and the one thing that amazes me is how long the range is on the teaser. That thing is pulling trout in from 15 or 20 feet away that are laying down in that grass, just motionless, waiting for bait to swim by, and they hear that teaser, and it gets them up and gets them moving your way. Otherwise, you would have never got those fish. And folks, these are female trout. Those ones over 20 are most definitely females, and they're laying in there by themselves. Those are solo fish. And to draw those big ones in, you've got to have some sort of sound, and that sound chamber on the Trout Call does it, Clay. Well, tell me a little bit about your manufacturing in the great bait.
We trying to develop a new castable teaser, and I think we've come up with it. It's got a sound chamber, and it's working really well.
Well, it works really well, Clay, and I also understand that they're made in the United States.
Yeah, we strictly work with American companies. It's put 5 American companies back to work. That's 20 employees that are back and making a paycheck.
Well, that is awesome. 2 great things, a great bait and a great company. Clay, I want to thank you for coming out today. It was a lot of fun.
It was great.
And Ron, thank you very much. Those were some impressive trout. I knew you could do it, and we did it. And that was a good day. That was a lot of fun.
Had a great time. Thanks.
Great time. Well, let's go back to Doc and flay up some trout. The secret is out. Real Tease custom teasers. Scent, sight, and sound. Now introducing the new Trout Call, taking inshore fishing to a whole new level. The incredible sound chamber in this castable teaser offers anglers a true advantage to locating fish. Order now, realtease.net.